6 tries and to get back to 500 for the first time since May 7th when they took 2 out of 3 from the Houston Astros. It's best on best between Freddie Peralta and the wonderkin Paul Skeens. The crew also added more help to the bullpen earlier today with the reinstatement of Aaron Ashby for his 2025 season debut. Carlos Rodriguez, who got the win yesterday in a very gutsy performance in the rain, has been optioned back to AAA. First pitch from Paul Skeens is scheduled for 5:40 p.m. Central Time with pregame coverage beginning shortly after 5 right here on Madison's new home of the Brewers, 100.5 ESPN. In the meantime, we have Jim, Matt, and Molly coming your way right about now.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
Everybody's ego takes a shot on this show.
You gotta keep your chill with Jim, Matt, and Molly.
I am savage.
So you're not special.
Jim, if we want to play this game, we can play this game.
And I'm just like, oh my God, this guy's going to swing on Jim. He's a complicated fellow. Oh.
People like me.
I don't think so.
This is Jim, Matt, and Molly on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
We're learning a lot about each other.
We won curling. You remember when curling Matty Hamilton won into Canada and said, this is our game now? You remember that? When you guys throw that rock on the ice and you curve it like it's bocce, but we win it?
You know some of the actors from The Office. I feel like that is a large part.
2 actors from The Office.
Yes,
you're right.
Are they curlers?
No, they're just also celebrities. No big deal.
Oh, my God. I gotta go.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio in downtown Madison. Alongside Matt Hamilton and Molly Brown, here's Jim Rutledge.
Happy Friday, folks. Molly Brown and Matt Hamilton hanging out with you. Ryan Wollersheim behind the glass. Jim Rutledge is out today.
What? Good.
I was going to say, are you happy? Are we waiting for fans to chime in and say if they're happy Jim's out?
Rutledge that.
This is the first of many Fridays that we're probably going to have without Jim Rutledge as he kind of gets geared up to go camping with the fam. So, it is Memorial Day weekend. This is Jim, Matt, and Molly. I should say that. We are presented by Coors Light. Matt, if the mountains are blue, you know what to do.
And that's
Crush, a Coors Light.
What was that, Matt?
I also only addressed that to Matt on accident, so I apologize. Do you want to redo?
No, you don't have to apologize. Matt just lagged out.
Well, I wasn't sure if
know
my
what-
mic was on, so I literally turned to see if my light was on.
Okay, let's do it again, Matt. You ready? You ready?
Oh, sorry. If the mountains are blue, you know what to do.
And that's Crush a Coors Light.
I don't think that was
Turned me down that time. That was Ryan.
What are we doing?
What is happening?
That was Ryan. He was just turning me down.
No, I was playing a joke on him that time. He's annoying me again, so I had to turn his mic off
2
like
days
yesterday.
in a row.
Yeah, exactly.
Why?
That's all right.
What happened? I don't remember yesterday.
I don't know why Ryan was annoyed with me. Yes, I think what happened is we started the show and my mic was just down, and he blamed it on being annoyed with me. Because let's be real,
No.
everybody was annoyed with Jim Rutledge yesterday.
Facts.
Talking about how you're not special because you don't have an owner. It's like, actually, Jim, we are. We're the only team in any of the major leagues that does not have an owner. So yes, we are special. No, there's no evidence that says we're more successful other than the idea that we are tied for 5th with most Super Bowl wins in the NFL. So out of all of the sports leagues with any team who has less than 4 Super Bowl wins, I would say we're better than them.
Now you choose to speak up. You let me go like toe-to-toe with Jim yesterday and not even say a word, and now you're chiming in like crazy.
I told you after our segment yesterday, like the Super Bowl, like how many teams were just ahead of us.
That's true.
Yeah, it was only a handful.
Should we hear from Jim Rutledge again? We do have the audio.
We need to.
Well,
if you were just listening to KBN, I believe that you heard Jim Rutledge. But sure, Ryan, go for it.
I just want to provide full context. Let's not skewer
I just don't
him.
need Jim like listening as he's driving his camper to whatever campground that he's going to, and then he's like, "Oh, all these guys talk about is me."
Well,
They're
I mean,
obsessed.
So you can tell Rutledge that.
Why are you so obsessed with me?
well, why
Mariah
is
Carey?
Jim so obsessed with Packers ownership? Let's listen back to what he said on yesterday's program.
All right.
the Packers are not better off for not having an owner. I'm not saying they're worse off. My statement today, which I've said multiple times, but Packer fans in their fields can't ever get out of there. We're the sweetest, most Pollyanna team in the world, and we're owned by our fans, so, like, love us more than ever. No, I'm not here for that pathetic stuff. What I'm here to say is that the Green Bay Packers, and I will die on this hill, are not better off for not having an owner. I'm not saying other teams are. I'm saying the Green Bay Packers are no better or no worse for not having an owner, except for the fact that the Green Bay Packers wouldn't exist if they had an owner, because they would have been sold a long time ago.
Judgmental Jim.
So that was prompted by absolutely nothing. Jim just decided to go off.
The reason we were talking about owners, and I think we were actually going to kind of talk positively about owners, because Jim Irsay died very unexpectedly, I feel like, to all of us. He died at the age of 65, the owner of the Indianapolis Colts. And we kind of, I think, in our pre-show meeting, we were like, oh, let's kind of talk about different owners, because he was a really great one by all accounts. Like he said, I think Jim said it at some point in his argument yesterday, that Pat McAfee, Peyton Manning all went out of their way to say positive things about Jim Irsay and just the impact that he kind of had on their lives. So I think we kind of went into that conversation thinking, hey, let's discuss like the various kinds of owners that there are in the league. You know, there's the Jerry Jones that I think that they want to do what's best for their organization, but yet they kind of, I don't know, trip on their own shoelaces because they get in their own way with it. Where they
in Texas, you'd probably call that shooting yourself in the foot.
I shot that bull.
Yes, that's probably actually a better analogy, shooting themselves in the foot. So, and then it just kind of went off the rails. And yeah, if you want to listen back to that conversation, you can listen back on the ESPN app, the ESPN Wisconsin app, the brand new ESPN Wisconsin app. So, but Matt, we've talked multiple times this week about you being a celebrity, right?
Stop.
Oh my God, stop. You're making me blush.
You're embarrassing me in front of all our fans.
Well, okay, so I'm curious. Have you ever been stopped by the paparazzi? Or been ambushed by the paparazzi, for lack of a better word?
In places where you would expect
like
paparazzi.
What?
Like, I went to the ESPYs, and our team was nominated for an ESPY, so when we did, like, the red carpet.
Okay.
Right?
But that's not being, like... That's just
doing
doing
not like ambush. That's the thing. You'd expect that kind of thing. But
you're doing like a step and repeat there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So kind of there. No, I would say no to like paparazzi. Yes to people who recognize me and just want to take a photo. Like that still happens and happened quite a bit after the 2018 Olympics.
I have been with you out in public when people ask you for a photo.
Right. So like they're not paparazzi, but same idea.
Okay. Well, a sports figure in the state of Wisconsin was ambushed by the paparazzi. I don't think he was in Wisconsin when he got ambushed, though. I'm guessing he was probably in somewhere like, I don't know, Los Angeles, maybe at a place called Craig's. I'm assuming this is where it is because I feel like, you know what, we should actually do, you've never heard of Craig's?
No.
It is like a popular, I don't know if it's a steakhouse or something, but it is literally a place where celebrities go if they want to be stopped by the paparazzi. So I am curious where he is in this. But Doc Rivers was ambushed by TMZ Sports yesterday.
This came out yesterday. I don't know if the actual ambush happened yesterday, but the tweet or the video was put on TMZ's Twitter yesterday.
Gotcha. So he was ambushed recently by the paparazzi, and here's what that sounded like.
Would you consider trading Giannis for Cooper Flag?
There's some things I don't even have to answer.
Have you talked to Giannis lately? I know there's rumors that he might get, traded.
I'm not doing all that. I talk to him all the time. You can move on now. Thank you.
Gosh.
I thought he handled that all right.
I mean, I don't know what you're supposed to say.
I think it's what he did. I'm not going to give you any sort of insight to what's going on, even if I know it. And I honestly don't think Doc Rivers really knows. He knows from his conversations with Giannis, and if Giannis is being 100% forthcoming with his ideas, but I don't think Giannis would say something to the coach before he has a sit down with the Bucks and has a more solid plan and timeline going forward. I can't see Giannis telling coach for no reason.
Do you think that Doc Rivers is going to be who Giannis is going to go to if he's going to discuss his future in Milwaukee?
I mean, no, not to discuss his future. To discuss what the future is going to be. and that's going to be like, hey, I told them they should look for a trade, or hey, I'm sticking around. Let's do everything we can. But it's not going to be, let's bounce some ideas. You should tell me what you think. I need your guidance. It's going to be, hey, we already had the talk. This is what's going to happen.
Okay. Well, so Chris Haynes earlier this week, I guess last weekend probably is how I should say it, last weekend, he reported that Giannis was going to be having some, I don't know, serious discussions with the Milwaukee Bucks.
A crucial meeting is how he phrased it.
Crucial meeting with the Milwaukee Bucks this week. Which
now Friday.
Yes, it is now Friday. We have not heard anything about that. So brings me to our Siding Unlimited poll question. When do you think that we will find out about Giannis's crucial meeting with the Bucks? You have three options. Will it be by the end of this weekend, by NBA Finals, which is June 5th, or the NBA Draft, which is June 25th? That is our Siding Unlimited poll question. You can go over to our you'll probably have that on the ESPN Madison Twitter, I'm assuming, because it's sports related.
That's a very ESPN Madison worthy tweet. Come on. It's about Giannis Antetokounmpo, our guy.
For sure.
69.
And chime in.
I like that number.
Chime in on the Garbage Talk and Text line 844-770-3776. 844-770-3776. When will we find out about Giannis's crucial meeting with the Milwaukee Bucks? Matt, what do you think?
By the draft. I don't think it's going to be sooner. I just feel like Wisconsin sports loves to just keep everything they possibly can under wraps. Doesn't matter
under
what.
wraps or dramatic?
I just don't think they want, I think they want full control of how the news is leaked. And sometimes you hold on to it a little too long and it just gets out.
But who is they in your situation? Because,
owners
owners?
Like Antanasio or, the Bucks ownership. And then there's...
But what Brewers news have we, I don't know, had the suspenseful, waiting for? I feel like there's never, at least to my knowledge, there hasn't been a ton.
Arbitration when that goes around at the end of the year.
Willie Adames was like that a little bit towards the end of the year.
But we all knew.
Yeah.
I think Pat Murphy...
Wasn't it Corbin Burns that we got rid of?
Corbin Burns was one who they traded 2 off seasons ago. It was pretty well known they were going to try and trade him, though.
But sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, the last time I can really think that a situation like that happened was when the Brewers signed Christian Yelich to his long-term contract.
And that was what? Probably almost 10 years? No.
I believe that was after he got injured in the 2019 MLB
Okay,
playoffs.
well, more recently, you could say the Aaron Rodgers thing, there was no
in the state
news
of Wisconsin,
coming out about it.
yes, in the state of Wisconsin.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think they're holding on to it to create drama. I just think they want the full story so they can spin it in a way that is best for them. And I don't blame anyone for doing that, but I don't feel any urgency from the Bucks to tell the world what they're doing. Because if they say, hey, we're going to trade him away, everything they do the rest of the summer is under a microscope, right? At least if you can let it linger and it's is Giannis coming back? Isn't he coming back? The things you do are still going to be hidden behind this. The giant elephant in the room is Giannis, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who you go for in the draft. If we make a trade prior to the draft, we'll have a really good idea of what's going on.
See, but if they continue to be suspenseful and hold on to Giannis, does that help or hinder your ability to get good replacements, good solid replacements to hopefully keep your team in playoff contention?
Well, they really have till the draft to do that because the biggest thing is they need to get some young players that are proven. They can't just get picks, and they need to get some picks. So the Giannis news, I think we're going to find out prior to the draft, not a lot sooner than the draft, but prior to, and we're going to find out what Houston was willing to give, what San Antonio is willing to deal, depending on how this Thunder series works out. Because I think if the Thunder win and go to the finals, there's no way they're gonna try and run it back.
They'll think they don't need him.
Yeah, they don't. We don't need to mix in Giannis. So I think it would be better if Minnesota won, even though I'm cheering against them.
You're cheering against Minnesota, even?
Yeah, because I want the Thunder to be on the table. Well, that for sure, and I want the Thunder to be on the table as a trade partner. There's a lot of teams with a lot of good assets that might be interested in unloading some assets for a proven superstar in Giannis who's ready to win with a winning mentality and can carry a team to the postseason and beyond.
844-770-3776. That is your way into the show. That is the Carbless Talk and Text Line. Our Siding Unlimited poll question on X at ESPN Madison. Will we find out Giannis's crucial meeting? When will we find out Giannis's crucial meeting with the Bucks? When will we find out what happened?
Yeah.
What happened during Giannis's crucial meeting with the Milwaukee Bucks? Your options are end of the weekend, by the NBA Finals on June 5th, or by the NBA Draft, which is June 25th. I hope you're wrong, and I hope it does not continue all the way through June 25th.
I think it's going to be between the 5th and the 25th, because obviously, I mean, we might not find out about a Bucks trade until draft day.
You think?
I mean,
but
we might find out what their ideas, what their plan is. They might say, hey, we're planning to trade Giannis, and then they spend the next 2 weeks after the finals wheeling and dealing with teams and finding out where their best value is and what they can get for them.
Do you feel like it's going to be, remember a couple years ago, was it the year that Jordan Love got drafted when Adam Schefter basically went on during ESPN's draft coverage when he was like, yep, I got a text basically saying that Rodgers isn't happy with the Green Bay Packers and yada, yada, yada. Was that the year that Jordan Love got drafted? Do you remember that? That was basically the thing that blew up everything.
No, that was the year after, because Jordan Love got drafted COVID draft.
Yes.
It was 2021. I remember that was my junior year of college, sitting in my apartment, having to watch that all play out, and then they ended up drafting Eric Stokes at the end of the night. It was not a good night for Packers fans.
Felt like Green
and
Bay
I think
to
that's
me.
when Rodgers was, 3 fingers deep in...
That was when he.
That was when he drafted. That's when they drafted Jordan Love.
It was 3 fingers of tequila.
3 fingers of tequila.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's not deep. 3 fingers of tequila, Molly. And you would be too if you knew what Stokes was turning into, or the fact that they drafted your replacement when you were 1 player away from potentially making a Super Bowl.
True. I don't know how to transition here. Let's hear from, actually, we have Jason Wilde coming up next, but first, let's hear from Jim as he tells us about Chalmers Jewelers.
Chalmers Jewelers in Madison and in Middleton is Madison's custom jeweler. They are Madison's family-owned jeweler. Whether you go to the Madison or Middleton location, you're going to run into either Garrett, Devin, Ruth, or Scott Chalmers, and you're going to have an opportunity to work with one of their great custom jewelers. So if you're looking for a custom piece of jewelry and you want to make sure it's the best in the area, go to Chalmers Jewelers in Madison and in Middleton.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
I feel like that is a large part.
2 actors from The Office.
Yes,
you're right.
Are they curlers?
No, they're just also celebrities. No big deal.
Oh, my God. I gotta go.
Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
Memorial Day savings are here at Brothers Maine. Shop unbeatable deals on top brands like GE Appliances, Cafe, Hotpoint, and Monogram. Plus, enjoy expert support and free local delivery. Visit us today and feel like family at Brothers Maine.
Since J&K Security Solutions opened in 1987, our attention to detail and customer service have been our strongest assets. I'm President Jeffrey Beckman. We'll always do our best to find the most efficient and cost-effective solution to every job we tackle. Whether it's security for your home or business, installing video surveillance, or being able to control your garage doors from your phone, we can help you feel empowered with simple and user-friendly technology. Let's work together to secure your home or business. jksecurity.com.
Panic strikes as you realize on Wednesday that Thursday is your anniversary. The reservations being secured.
We'll see you at 8.
The gift being purchased. Yeah, you've got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you with early pay up to 2 days early on direct deposits. So even though they call you Last Minute Lisa, we'll make your last minute scrambling a bit easier. You've got this with early pay from Associated Bank. See associatedbank.com/checking or ask a banker for details. Member FDIC.
Hello, I'm John Hayes, the owner of Goodman's Jewelers. It's been my pleasure to serve this community from this incredible store for over 4 decades. We stand upon high standards and classic traditions, pillars like honesty and integrity. Stop into Goodman's Jewelers, the longest-standing full-service jewelry store in the heart of Madison at 220 State Street. Goodman's Jewelers, the diamond store of Madison since 1933.
The best is at Goodman's.
Wild Rock Golf in the Wisconsin Dells, a must-play every golf season. Wild Rock Golf features championship golf in the heart of Wisconsin. Wild Rock, a Herdston Fry masterpiece that's cut from the natural beauty of the Wisconsin Dells and offers stunning views from elevated tee boxes. Wild Rock presents spectacular greens that roll fast and true. Wild Rock Golf in the Wisconsin Dells, a unique gem that offers a challenge to avid golfers of all abilities. Book your tee time today for this must-play at wildrockgolf.com, wildrockgolf.com.
All day, every day, the Carbless Talk and Text line is open for you. 844-770-3776. The Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more.
Tournament host Steve Stricker joins a star-studded group of PGA Tour champions at the American Family Insurance Championship. Catch the action June 6th through the 8th with an exciting team competition and a new tournament home at TPC, Wisconsin. This year's AmFam Champ concert features Megan Maroney with special guest Clint Black on Friday, June 6th at Bree Stevens Field. All proceeds support the Steve Stricker American Family Insurance Foundation and American Family Children's Hospital. Get your tickets today at amfamchampionship.com.
Have you been waiting to buy your next home? Stop. Now is the time to get housed. What's up, Madison? It's Stacy from Bruner Realty. Nobody has a crystal ball to know what the future holds. The longer you wait to find your next home, the better the chance you'll be paying more for it than you would be today. Don't miss out on what could be the best opportunity to find your dream home. Contact our team at BrunerRealtyInc.com to help start your search. That's BrunerRealtyInc.com. Let's get housed.
Steinhaufel's biggest Memorial Day sale ever is happening now. Save 10% off store-wide and get $50 instant cash back for every $499 you spend. Plus, buy a premium mattress and get free premium delivery on everything. And take advantage of Steinhaufel's 60-month 0% financing. Plus, get amazing doorbusters. Steinhaufel's is Wisconsin's furniture and mattress leader. Shop in-store or online at steinhaufels.com.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions, securing homes and businesses in the Madison area since 1987.
On the Carbless Talk and Text line, 844-770-3776. We are asking you the question of when will we find out about Giannis's crucial meeting with the Milwaukee Bucks? Will it be by the end of the weekend, by NBA Finals on June 5th, or by the NBA Draft on June 25th? But we do have people chiming in on Jim's take about the Packers because I don't know if they didn't hear it yesterday. I don't know if they just don't want to hear it again today or what. But Tim in Oregon says, study the history of the Packers. They are the greatest NFL success story of all time. Vince and Bart, we beat all the club or the owner clubs.
I mean, you're not entirely wrong, but prior to the Super Bowl era, the Bears helped the Packers raise money so they could stay in Green Bay. Like, there's a lot of reasons that the Packers could have been sold if they had an owner. Jim was right in that point. His point was basically that the Packers are no better off because they have no owner. And you're right, we can't prove that. But you can't prove, and he did agree, or at least said, I don't think they're worse off, but they're not better off. Why he felt the need to say that, he could have just left it at, hey, they're not worse off. And that's it. And then when we tried to say that we're better,
Pollyanna team in the world.
Pollyanna.
Yeah, he got pretty aggressive with it.
He did. I started getting offended. I'm like, don't loop me in with some Packer fans that like think these things. I don't think every single Packer fan thinks that we're better
think the Packer fans and Packers are special because we don't have an owner, but that doesn't mean we're better off for it.
Exactly.
We're the sweetest, most Pollyanna team in the world.
I mean, we are kind of sweet, but Sadler chimes in. He says, I believe Giannis and the Bucks will make the announcement right before the draft. And Ryan, I need you to look into this. Kevin in Lodi says Sean Wright on Twitter I don't know if that's a verified or verifiable source.
Sean Wright on Twitter did tweet yesterday that from the meeting they found out that the Bucks and Giannis both want to stick together and that they're planning to try and reconstruct the roster for him to come back again next season. Sean Wright on Twitter is not a verified account and is very he tends to be someone who tries to be first, even though he doesn't seem to actually know for sure about anything.
Don't love that, but I guess we will find out as it goes. And honestly, I don't love, even if what Sean Wright said is true, I don't really love that is the outcome.
You don't like the outcome
that the Bucks and Giannis are going to stick together. No, because they're not winning a championship together.
I just don't know what the point would be.
There's nothing in it for either one. If Giannis wants to win a championship, he needs to leave Milwaukee. If the Bucks want to win a championship, they have to let go of Giannis. There is no other option.
If you just want to make the playoffs, if you want to limp into the playoffs, keep Giannis for 2 years. Let him finish out his Supermax. Then he can leave without saying he forced his way out. And then the Bucks will still have 2 or 3 more years of waiting for their first-round pick to have full control of it.
Last one here, Ryan, the psychedelic advisor, says, I believe not having an owner in the long run actually hurts the Packers because the people in the front office aren't trying to win. They want to keep their jobs more than anything.
Yeah,
which
I kind of agree with that, but like if the Packers don't win, they're going to lose their jobs anyway.
Exactly.
So like their goal, you would argue, is even more to win a football season, more to win the Super Bowl, because an owner can't get fired. You can if you're the president of the team. You can if you're in an organization that doesn't have an owner. And if the results aren't there, there's no reason your job's safe. But if you're an owner like Jerry Jones, if there was an option to get rid of Jerry Jones right now, I would bet the majority of Cowboys fans would be like, yeah.
Can he get voted out? Like, can he get pushed out? You can't get...
See? Because he's an owner. He owns the team. Who's pushing him out?
Can't get vetoed as an owner? I don't know. It just feels like there's got to be a board or something that can override you. I don't know.
No, I mean, it's his family's company. It's like he makes the
his
final
kid
decisions.
is like primed to take over it, right?
His
we know
son
that.
is currently at the head of, he's executive vice president Stephen Jones. He's technically has the GM title, but we all know that Jerry's still like heavily involved in day to day and a lot of the big picture draft free agency decisions.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think we're better off, but I don't necessarily love the argument thinking that they don't have to care as much because they're not an owner.
Hey, all you sports bettors, if you aren't making your wagers at Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee, you're missing out on an elite experience. Honestly, it's complete sports betting paradise. Their state-of-the-art venue has dozens of self-serving betting kiosks, seating for over 200 people, a first-class bar and restaurant, and a VIP deck. If that isn't enough for you, there's a giant video wall that's over 2,000 square feet. Learn more at paysbig.com/sportsbook. Bet above the rest. Time now for Molly's game. Brian.
Hi. I am looking for Molly. I've been searching everywhere and I can't seem to find Molly.
This is Molly's Game, hosted by America's favorite bookie, Molly Brown.
All right, guys, we do got to get to Jason Wilde this next segment, so I want to leave enough time for us to chitty-chat with him. So I'm going to run through last week just pretty quick, and then we'll get on to this week. So first up from last week, I asked you about Game 6 against the Celtics. Mikal Bridges, when the Knicks were taking them on, I asked you how many points, rebounds, and assists he was going to have. He ended up having 22 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists, which equals 29. Matt said 23, Ryan said 22, and Jim said 28. Ding for Jim.
Boo!
Judgmental Jim.
Boo, Jim!
Then the next one, I asked you who's going to be the top scorer of that game. You all said Jalen Brunson. Jim said 31 points. You said 33 points, Matt, and Ryan said 37. He actually only had 23 points. So Jim was the closest. I didn't really give any of you a point. I was going to come back to that one if I had to.
Wait, was he the leading scorer in the game? Jalen Brunson was?
Oh, wait. I don't think he was. He definitely wasn't with 23 now that I think about it.
Oh, so that's why we all
I think I looked at it, or I think I looked at it and I misread my question when I was reviewing it, and I was like, oh, how many points did Jalen Brunson have? You know what I mean? I don't think he's the reason. Nope. Disregard. You guys all suck. You all got it wrong. Okay. So then the third one, which it ends up that one doesn't even matter because this whatever. I asked you over under 213.5 total points scored in the Nuggets Thunder Game 7. Woof, that game sucked. It was over. It was 218 total points. The final score was 125-93, with the Thunder winning that one. Jim was closest. His final score prediction was 110-107. He was only one total point off, you guys. So that means that Jim is now 3-0 on this season. You guys got to step it up. So I did get Jim's answers. So first up here, guys, over under 21.5 points for Tyrese Halliburton in Game 2 tonight versus the Knicks. And I will say these are all a same game parlay, so we are only doing the Knicks game.
Oh.
I am obsessed with this game, this Knicks Pacers. I'm obsessed with this series. I'm so excited for it, especially after the last game. Whew.
Yeah.
Ryan, go
after
first.
Game 1, it's hard not to be really excited for this. But you said over under 21.5
Yep,
for Halliburton?
for Tyrese Halliburton.
Man, that's tough. They like to speed it up. The Knicks slow it down. If it goes to overtime again, it's going to be an easy over. But I think the first 3 quarters of Game 1 will probably play out a lot similar to this game. So I'm going to say under because I think the Knicks had that one. They just got absolutely destroyed by Aaron Nesmith at the end of the game.
God, that was insane.
It was.
I'm going to say this is money in the bag. Tyrese is going to go for at least 25.
So this is fun because every single week I do on our social media, you can go check it out at ESPN Madison. I do like my own Potawatomi picks. And lately I've been lining them up to give you guys the same ones in some sort of fashion. So I actually picked the over here as well. Jim picked the under for what it's worth.
Nice.
Okay.
Then actually I'll give you guys the advantage. Jim took the over. I didn't ask for any point tying tiebreakers for this next one.
Oh.
So Jim took the over here, and it is over under 30.5 points for Jalen Brunson.
30.5?
Yep.
Matt, you want to go first?
Sure. I'll take the under on that one.
Okay.
He had 43 points in Game 1.
Insane.
30 and a half
And they
is
still
high,
couldn't
though.
win.
That's
My
really
goodness.
high. I gotta go under too. 30 and a half is a lot. I
Guys.
think especially because this is gonna be a slower paced Knicks style game. I'll go under.
And you said Jim took the under as well?
He took the over.
Jim took the over on
Oh,
that one.
nice.
So you
Okay.
guys are both
both opposite.
I'm
You're
opposite.
opposite.
Yeah.
I went
Ryan,
under as well.
Yeah. No, but for the first one, you went under, right?
For the first one, me and Jim are both
Yep.
under. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, last one here, guys. How many 3-pointers, you talked about him, Aaron Nesmith, how many 3-pointers will he have in Game 2? Jim said 3.
Oh, so we're just picking a number for this one?
Sure.
Okay. All right. I'll say
That's the right number. I
And
think.
whoever is the
That's
closest.
probably the over under is right at 3.5. I bet. I'm going 4 then.
That's a lot.
I'll go 2.
I think he's got to calm
2?
down.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's going to
Just to
calm
not
down.
be the same as Jim. I wanted 3 when she started answering asking the question. I was like, 3 seems right. Even I know he made the 3 really big ones in the fourth quarter, but I don't think he's got it again.
Bummer. I didn't realize that I put another one on my next page, Word documents. So I have one more for you guys that I did not ask Jim.
All right.
And I will not bother him again, so I will pick for him. Will the total points be even or odd?
Oh my
I
god.
like that.
Such a dumb question, but it is
It's
fun.
fun!
It is.
I love it, and I always choose even. I'm going to stick with it. Even.
All right, then I'm odd.
All right, I was going to say
Yeah,
odd
you
for
are.
Jim because Jim seems like he would pick odd. You know what I mean?
He's an odd fella. Just
He
ask
is
him.
an odd fella.
Jim is an odd fellow. Well, hopefully you guys win. But speaking of Jim
We're the
Rutledge,
sweetest, most Pollyanna team in the world.
speaking of Jim and hearing from Jim, you guys have heard him talk about Carbon World Health for many years now, and I'm so excited to get started at their brand new facility located in the Prairie Lake Shopping Center. I just went for my consultation earlier this week with Ashley, and it was great, you guys. She told me all the different things I can do with my skin. You know, I have very pale skin. I have redness in my skin. I have good skin. I don't get acne. I don't get any of those kind of things. Thank goodness. I'm very happy of that. But I do have some other issues, that I want to kind of clear up. So I got my hydrofacial scheduled in a couple weeks over at their West Side location because that's where their hydrofacial machine is. I'm super excited. I'm excited to get that dewy skin, the glow, everything. And then you guys will see it on the video stream. Check us out on YouTube. Not right now because my skin is not as beautiful as it
still
was.
check us out. You'll just see the improvement.
Yeah, I just can't wait to see our viewership go up because everybody just wants to see my hydrofacial results from Carbon World Health. So if you want to learn more about them, check them out. They are in the Prairie Lake Shopping Center. They have all the different things like Botox, hydrofacials, M-Sculpt, IV therapies, and so much more. Stop in today to get started on your health and wellness journey. We've got Jason Wilde coming up next.
You're listening live from St. John's, Newfoundland. The Newfies love Jim, Matt, and Molly. 100.5 ESPN Madison.
At Potawatomi, where ways to win are endless, another chance to capture epic cash and prizes comes Friday, June 27th. It's the season finale blockbuster drawings. Watch your entries from Enchanted Spins, Unreal Treasures, and Boundless Bounty come together for drawings where $300,000 in cash and prizes is there for the taking. Be there to win your share. June 27th only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. More info online. Must be 21 years old to play.
Hi, it's Eric from Canopy Wealth Management. Our years of experience have prepared us to guide you through your life transitions. Our local professional team brings over 90 years of collective experience in the wealth management industry for the benefit of our clients. Canopy Wealth Management. Care, competence, clarity. It's not just a tagline, it's a promise. Go to canopy-wealth.com to get started on your financial future today. That's canopy-wealth.com.
Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side. When you see Diamond Jim, you can count on him to be on your side. Selection beyond compare with on-site repair, so you can wear your jewelry with pride. Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side.
Hey, Matt Hamilton here to tell you about the delicious Odyssey Brands, a family-owned company crafting award-winning cheese right here in Wisconsin for over 4 generations. Made with locally sourced milk, Odyssey brings bold, Greek-style flavors straight to your table. From savory, crumbly feta to rich and creamy Greek yogurt, every bite is a taste of tradition and quality. You can find Odyssey products at most major retailers nationwide and online. Odyssey, crafted in Wisconsin, loved everywhere, dairy done right.
When it comes to security for your home and family, you want a winner, and we found one when we placed our trust with J&K Security Solutions. This is Greg Gard. Kim and Jeff hit the game-winning shot for us with the Control 4 home technology system. Home or away, from our smartphones, we can open the garage door, dim the lights, turn on the TV, as well as arm the security system. That's convenience as well as peace of mind. Let J&K Security Solutions do for your home or business like they've done for us. Call 255-5799 or online at jksecurity.com.
Your Honda gets you everywhere. When it needs service, you need Zimbrick Honda service. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it for yourself at 2 convenient Madison service locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. From simple maintenance to expert repairs, Honda certified technicians handle it all. Stop in for an express oil change at Fish Hatchery Road on Saturdays. No appointment necessary. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop local. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
Need assistance with door and window projects? The Home Depot can help. From inspiration and materials to ordering and installation, our free Millwork virtual apron service can get you moving and doing. Plus, we speak Spanish too. Our associates can help you tackle complex jobs without you leaving the job site, saving you time and money. Call us at 1-833-HD-APRON or visit homedepot.com/MVA. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
The playoffs are in full swing, and you can get in on all the action at ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Go from tracking the latest game-changing moments to placing bets in just a few taps. Right now, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet Sportsbook app and sign up with promo code JOEQ, J-O-E-Q, to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Welcome back to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions.
Jason, quick question.
You are one of one.
3-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year.
Thank you for helping me prove my point, Molly. Because my point, well, is this Matt Hamilton?
Am I not allowed to know the word filibustering?
I just didn't see that coming, that's all.
Well, good. I want to
it's a
keep you on your toes.
Jason Wilde is on Jim, Matt, and Molly.
What's up with that? What's up with that?
We are thrilled to not be joined by Jim Rutledge today. Jason Wilde is here with us. Jason, how's it going?
It's going great, guys. How are you?
Good. I know that you're at a golf outing right now for your daughter, so I'm sorry that you have to whisper.
A tournament. Hello, friends. No, golf outings, there's like beer, and Hamilton is like posing with another guy who looks just like him and that kind of stuff. So, no, this is a slightly different dynamic. But, yes, we are at one of our local golf courses and ready to hit the driving range and get ready for some exciting middle school golf action.
I love it. So, Jason, we're actually asking the question of when will we find out about Giannis's crucial meeting with the Milwaukee Bucks? And we actually gave some different answers, but now I kind of want to change it for you specifically. Do you think that we're going to find out if Aaron Rodgers signs with the Steelers first, or are we going to find out about Giannis's crucial meeting with the Milwaukee Bucks first?
So wait, is the meeting scheduled, and you're saying when will we find out what happened at it, or are we like not even sure if they're going to, if they've scheduled it yet?
So Chris Haynes reported that the Milwaukee Bucks and Giannis were supposed to meet sometime this week, yet we have not heard anything come out of it. So I'm assuming that it happened. We just haven't heard anything from it yet.
Okay. I gotta tell you, I think the world of Giannis, and I hope that this works out in the Bucks' favor. Selfishly, I would like to say, well, I hope whatever happens, I hope it's really best for Giannis and his family. But I'd be lying if I said that. But I don't feel like I get easily exhausted by these types of sagas. But this, Favre retiring, not retiring, Rodgers, like, am I the only one that? And I know at times there's like this instance, right? There's a newsworthy piece to this that there's that there's a meeting scheduled or may not have happened. But am I the only one that's like, hey, just wake me up when we know what's happening? I don't want to play in the drama sandbox on this. Or am I just the only one who feels that way? Or do you guys not like it either?
No, I definitely don't enjoy playing will they, won't they with whoever, insert
Jair
Wisconsin
Alexander
superstar here. Yeah.
Well,
right?
and I don't want to misrepresent Matt's take from earlier in the show today, but he kind of made it seem like he thinks this is a Wisconsin thing that happens here. I
just feel like Wisconsin sports teams really like to control their own narrative and try to, not try. I don't think they're going to just jump right out and tell you exactly what happened. They want to spin it in a way that paints them in a good light. And I don't blame them for it, but I think they take their time.
I think every team does that, right? Like every team wants to spin it in a way that makes them look better, and usually better than they are, right?
I just
think at the same time, like
with Wisconsin, there's not as much reported. Like, it's harder to keep a secret in Chicago than it is in Green Bay.
Maybe. I mean, maybe we're just not as good at our jobs. But
no, I'm not saying that. I'm saying you respect boundaries.
Well, like in Jair's case, let's just use him for an example. I don't think we're missing anything, right? Like LaFleur was on with Kay Adams, and he looked like he'd rather be having a root canal than answer her Jair question, right? We're still working. If I hear them say we're working through it one more time, it'll be about the millionth time that they've said that, and nobody wants to talk about it. So, to me, if they were on the precipice of having something worked out, that he would stay, I think they would. That, like, when I asked Jeff Hafley about it, Jeff Hafley, instead of saying, "I respect the question, I hope you respect my unwillingness to answer it," he would have said something like, "Look, I don't know how this is going to work out. He may be here, he may not, but I can tell you this much: we're a better football team when he's on it, and when he's healthy and on the field for us. And so I hope it all works out. But I really don't know what's going to happen. He could have said that, and he didn't. Now, Derek Ansley, their defensive passing game coordinator, at least gave me the tip. I asked that question in a yes or no fashion. I said, look, I don't want to create trouble for you. Just yes or no. Have you stayed in touch with Jair? And his answer, he said he texted him every day and that he sends him Bible passages and positive quotes. And so, like, that was, that's interesting, right? That's interesting that he's stayed in touch with him despite the uncertainty. But you're right. We're not getting anything in terms of what Giannis is thinking or feeling. I'd be curious. I think I know that it would have been Giannis's agent who would have told Shams that he was open for the first time to going elsewhere. Now, whether or not he actually wants to go elsewhere or that's a bargaining position to say, hey, you guys, I don't care that Dame is out for the year and we're stuck with his $54 million contract next season. You guys better figure something out, because I am willing to at least consider leaving if it comes to that. Like, I don't know, or maybe he really is ready to go somewhere else. I mean, the problem when we have to rely on anonymous source reporting is that sometimes the sources are great, right? Like the story I like to tell about, telling Mike McCarthy that Al Harris wasn't at off-season program because he was unhappy with his contract. And Mike, in his first year as the coach, accusing me of lying and making the story up. And the source was Al Harris. That's a pretty good source. Yeah. I would say my sourcing on Elton Jenkins has been pretty good too. But the bottom line is that in this Giannis case, like, we're all, and it's such a bigger deal, right? Like, it doesn't matter how much I like Elton Jenkins or Jair. Giannis is about 1 million times more important. And I don't say that lightly, but that entire organization rests on his shoulders. If the Packers were to move on from Elton Jenkins, they'd play somebody at center and it'd be over with. Like, this is as big, if not bigger, than Favre and Rodgers and those sagas. At least those guys were at the ends of their careers, and you could make the argument that, okay, we'd still like to have him back, but it didn't work out and we moved on from him, or however it played out. In Giannis's case, like, he's still very much in his prime, and you're sitting here wondering if your superstar player will be a member of your team or not.
Jason, thanks so much for taking the time. Enjoy your daughter's golf tournament. Ryan wants to know what your daughter's score will be. Will be? What are you asking?
I was asking what it is, but I'm whispering because it's
is it going on?
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was like just about that she was just about to tee off.
She's warming up.
Yeah.
She is about to tee off.
Well, what is her goal to shoot on this course?
So she played this course last week in her very first tournament ever.
Wow. And
for 9 holes, she had 55.
Okay.
Which is better than I would have done.
Yeah, that's not bad.
How old is she?
And my,
if you don't mind me asking.
She is 14.
Okay.
So she's an 8th grader, and she's going to play high school golf and high school volleyball in the fall. But she had never played in a tournament, never played on a full-size course before. We played when we were up there for the ESPN Madison Open in the Dells. We played Andy North's 12 par 3 course. And but this was the first time she had done that. My favorite moment was there was a par 3. She ended up with an 8 on it, where she had hit out of a creek, which she successfully did, and then she came back on the next hole, which was a par 4, and had a 5. So as Matt knows, and everyone knows that's ever played golf, the crucial part of golf is that when you have a terrible hole, you then allow that hole to beat you on the next hole too. And I can tell you from personal experience, I always do. She did not. So hopefully that she keeps that, because this game is filled with adversity. That's why I stopped playing it a long time ago, and now I have to figure out how to start it again, because now they all want to play with me so they can beat me, which is fun.
Love it. Thanks for taking the time, Jason. Have a great long weekend.
All right, guys. Take care. Be good.
That was Jason Wilde. You can hear him weekdays from 9 to noon across ESPN Wisconsin on Wilde and Tausch alongside Mark Tauscher. We've got pole dancing to finish out the show coming up next.
You're listening to Jim, Matt, and Molly.
I think he'll sign, but I think this could get a little cantankerous.
I think it depends on this Jair contract first, though. And they need to do something before June 6th or June 1st or something.
It's June 1st.
6th, just like a funny date. Wow.
Because they're all weird dates. It stuck on my head. That's my dad's birthday.
Happy birthday, Daddy.
Jair has to be signed.
By my dad's birthday.
That's the way the league works.
Presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube. Rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute brought to you by Starion Bank with 3 Madison area locations in Middleton, Sun Prairie, and Monona. Starion Bank is here investing in your community. Start your experience at starionbank.com. Member FDIC. John Tonje wrapping up NBA Draft Combine workouts. Only one season with Bucky, but an impactful one in Matt LePay's eyes. The voice of the Badgers with more during his appearance on the Jump Around Digital Show.
Really good player, did everything the right way, and I think that resonates with fans. As much as you want to see them win championships and make deep tournament runs, Badger fans still, by and large, they want to be proud of their athletes.
The Jump Around, streaming Thursdays at 12:30 on ESPN Madison's YouTube channel.
Don't wait to upgrade your windows and doors, because right now at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, get 0% financing for up to 6 years. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Ready to live the high life at home? Miller High Life is giving one lucky winner the ultimate backyard dive bar experience. It's a cabana complete with classic bar vibes, neon lights, and of course, plenty of high life. To enter, just order a Miller High Life at any participating dive bars in the Madison area and register with the link to the Miller High Life Backyard Dive Bar giveaway. Get a ticket to Dive Bar Glory at your local watering hole, like London Depot, Doubledays, Sundown Saloon, and Paul's Neighborhood Bar.
Every event tells a story, from the first impression to the final moments. Have someone guide your guests through every chapter the way you want the story told. Hi, it's Jeffrey from Celebrations Entertainment. With a strong presence, great voices, and an award-winning team, trust us to guide, direct, and inform your guests through all the different chapters of the day. For fun, memorable entertainment for any event, please visit us at celebrationsentertainment.com. That's celebrationsentertainment.com.
Since J&K Security Solutions opened in 1987, our attention to detail and customer service have been our strongest assets. I'm President Jeffrey Beckman. We'll always do our best to find the most efficient and cost-effective solution to every job we tackle. Whether it's security for your home or business, installing video surveillance, or being able to control your garage doors from your phone, we can help you feel empowered with simple and user-friendly technology. Let's work together to secure your home or business. jksecurity.com.
Cheesy Bites Pizza is back at Pizza Hut. For only $13.99, you get a large pizza with 28 pullable, poppable, cheese-filled bites. Plus, it comes with Pizza Hut's very own Ranch Lovers Flight, featuring 3 bold dips: Ultimate Ranch, Chipotle Ranch, and Pepperoni Ranch. 1 large pizza, 3 dips, endless flavor. Ready to dip into deliciousness? Well, hurry. It's only available for a limited time. Head to a Pizza Hut location or order online at pizzahut.com today. Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Hi, I'm Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited. Siding Unlimited is the proven exteriors professionals for 31 years. Family owned and locally operated right here in Wisconsin. National and local awards proving Siding Unlimited will deliver peace of mind. Looking for inspiration to replace your windows, roofing, siding, and doors? Stop by our amazing showroom at 2018 South Stoughton Road in Madison. And definitely check out sidingunlimited.com. We are Siding Unlimited.
When you're in the right place at the right time, things get done. The important things, like knowing what you need and how it all works. Talking truck. Fixing it right the first time. At Zimbrick Chevrolet, our people get it done right and now. That's how you know you're in the right place at the right time. And you'll never overpay at Zimbrick Chevrolet.
Welcome back to Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Metro Kia Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealership.
They dance above me as I sing. I see them through a crystal haze and hear their sweet sound bouncing round the never-ending choral maze.
is Jim, Matt, and Molly. We are presented by Coors Light. Guys, if the mountains are blue, you know what to do.
And that's crush a Coors Light.
Get into the show, 844-770-3776. We are actually done at 5 o'clock, heading into the Brewers game.
5:02, Molly.
Okay, I'm sorry. 5:02. Who do the Brewers play?
5:02:20.
They play the Pirates tonight.
Oh, yeah, duh, because that game got in a rain delay. 4-game series?
Yep.
That's a lot of games out in Pittsburgh.
And then they're coming home for a homestand against the Red Sox.
Okay.
All right. Matt Hamilton remembered the pre-show meeting.
Yes.
Well done.
Well,
Okay.
I also had to remember the team that I mentioned they were playing. So I knew this. This was not something I learned at the show meeting. I brought this info to the show meeting.
You sound like you're ready to do your first Sports Center in about 10 minutes from now. Your first Sports Center update.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Do you want to?
No.
Oh, but you could.
No, I'm more of a judge for Sports Centers than an actual deliverer of Sports Centers.
You're a good teacher, good assessor.
Yeah, I'm good at constructive criticism.
Oh yeah, for sure. Very constructive.
It is.
Yeah.
Ryan, that sucked.
Oh, thank you.
But you can listen to the Brewers game right after us when they take on the Pittsburgh Pirates tonight because ESPN Madison is your home for Milwaukee Brewers baseball.
Sounds of summer.
Sounds of summer. Sounds of summer in Matt's car and
summer,
on his pontoon.
Hey, summer starts on Monday, guys. Memorial Day?
Oh,
Does it though? Because it's going to be like 60 degrees, isn't it?
I still consider it, even if it's not.
And that's when I can wear my
super
white
warm.
pants with my white shirt. And...
No.
No?
No. Because you'll probably wear
Isn't
like an
that like the
off-white.
fashion rule?
That's Labor Day, isn't it?
No, you can't wear white after Labor Day.
After Labor Day, you can't wear it.
But
So we can start wearing white
I don't know
on
if
Monday.
see that's the thing is like okay, what is after how long does after Labor Day last? Is it until Memorial Day?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's cold weather. You can't wear white pants in the winter. You'll get lost in the snow.
That's literally the reason why I kind of don't ever want to have like a white car because if there's ever like a whiteout,
And
oh
you
my gosh,
slide into a ditch, you're gone.
yeah,
That's a good
nobody's
point.
gonna see you. I've literally thought about this before.
Molly's got all the angles.
Yeah.
She really is a mom now.
Yeah, for real.
She's
Can't
thinking
have
about-
a white car.
Nope.
Put the family in danger.
Gotta make sure I can see where the kids are at all times.
Yeah.
Guys, I do not have a baby on board sticker on my car. I will say that.
Not
Babies. I have 5 on there.
Yeah.
Anyways, our Saturday Unlimited poll question today was when will we learn what happened during Giannis' crucial meeting with the Milwaukee Bucks? That was scheduled for this week. Your options are end of the weekend, by NBA Finals June 5th, or by the NBA Draft, which is June 25th. Right now, the NBA Finals is leading the charge at 42%, followed by NBA Draft at 41%, and end of this weekend is at 17%. We've also been talking about Jim Rutledge's take about the Green Bay Packers not having an owner. Versus having an owner and how that contributes to their success. JB from the V says, Matt is wrong on this one because we don't have an owner. Losers like Goody just want to be good enough to win enough games every year not to get fired. We haven't been in a Super Bowl in 15 years. Pathetic.
I mean, they're just also celebrities. I don't disagree with that statement. I still think you're more likely to get fired when you don't have an owner. But again, like the owner's the one a lot of times to blame, especially the hands-on one like Jerry. Like, who's he firing when he says, like, oh, we have to get Ezekiel Elliott to come back to the Cowboys?
Would he fire his son, the GM? Quote-unquote GM?
No, he keeps his yes men around him. Son's obviously one of them. Now it's Schottenheimer.
What if his son was just like, no, screw you, Dad?
Did you just go like full South Park there? That's what
did.
it felt like.
A little bit.
All right, let's hear your other voice during pole dancing.
We asked and you answered.
Why are you laughing?
Coming to the stage, it's
You
pole
don't have a job in
dancing on
DJing.
Jim, Matt, and
At a
Molly.
gentleman's club.
Presented by Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia
That's
dealership.
it. That's it. That's the voice.
All right, I'll try it here.
Well, Molly, now that you're done with that death rattle you were trying to put on, why don't we go pole dancing as we look at the results from across
Is
the
this really,
ESPN
wait, hold
Wisconsin
on, you guys,
poll
I have
questions
never
this
been
week.
to a gentleman's club, so I cannot speak. Is that actually how, like, the announcers
No, so
are?
there was
Is there announcers?
there was
What
a
are you trying to
commercial-
insinuate about us, Molly?
Is it like the Milwaukee Bucks? Like, and now from Athens, Greece, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Kind of.
I like that.
The Prairie Creek
Yeah.
Under
Producer Primetime. That's right.
There's also a commercial that played here in town for the local Gentlemen's Club. It had this song as like the background, and then there was like a raspy voiced guy telling you to come out to this club in the exact same fashion as we're trying to.
Do you guys
want to
know a fun fact?
Let's do it.
For a couple years, I was recording because we have various markets across GKB. Good Karma Brands, and they there's various times where they ask different talent or whoever to record spots, right? Commercial spots. I was the voice.
Where are we going with this?
I was the voice of a gentleman's club for a couple years for ESPN Cleveland.
What?
Facts. Might be one of my most proud things to brag about working with Good Karma Brands. And
nice.
that I'm on a show from 4 to 6 in the afternoons with Matt Hamilton, of course. But
that one's
just
number
fun
one.
fact. Fun fact, I was the voice for a gentleman's club.
Well, I'm officially uncomfortable, guys, so why don't we get to the poll questions? Yesterday on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, the first question they had, another uncomfortable situation. Should Tyrese Halliburton's father be allowed to attend the Eastern Conference Finals after being banned from games for the Giannis incident? 26% of respondents saying yes, 74% saying no. Molly, what say you?
I'm so torn on this one because I feel bad because there's a very real chance that his son goes to the NBA Finals, and how many times is your son going to go to the NBA Finals? I mean, we've seen that. Look at Giannis has gotten to the Finals one time, and we're complaining that it's only been, 4 years, going on 4 years now? Like, it's very hard to get to the Finals to win a championship. So I feel bad that he can't go, but at the same time, I'm like, you made your bed, now you got to lay in it. See if
lay in the towel, you might say.
Yes, lay in the towel with your son's face on it.
Yep.
I hate this question because I don't know how to vote on it. I really don't. If I'm Tyrese Halliburton's dad, I am dressing up completely different than what I look like, and I'm going to that game. So, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how to vote on this. I'm
Matt
sorry.
Hamilton.
You screwed up. Like, you're not out forever. I understand it's hard to make the finals, but it's your fault. Any of this situation is where it's at. So, like, I don't feel bad for him. I can see how it's a bummer that you don't get to watch your kid play in the NBA Finals, but you did this to yourself. Don't pretend like this is some sort of, like, witch hunt or anything. You were clearly in the wrong. They made a ruling on what your punishment's going to be. Deal with it. Maybe you'll get lucky. If they make it to Game 7,
harder.
Maybe they'll be like, "Yay, you know what? You can come to this one. You have to stay in the box the whole time."
I feel like if anything, Game 7 is not the one he's allowed at if his kid ends up winning.
That would be pretty cool, honestly.
Yeah, but that would be the game that he's going to go taunt the other team the most. Like,
true.
Nah, maybe.
Yeah,
at that point, it's over. I don't know. It was over against the Bucks, and he got in Giannis's face.
I don't know.
Sorry.
All right, guys.
I don't feel bad. Sorry you can't go.
We got time for one more quick question there, Matt Hamilton. Going into this Memorial Day weekend, Kyle Bruston Nortman asked earlier today, what's the better day to have off during the work week, Friday or Monday? Matt Hamilton, what say you?
Oh, that's kind of close. This might be a hot take. I'm going to say it's better to have Monday off. Mondays just have a vibe about them. Friday vibes at most places I've worked have been more lax. I don't need to give that up. The idea of Monday, like, Mondays are rough. And then you get to start the next week knowing it's a short week. I just think it's better off all around to have Monday off as opposed to Friday.
Friday vibes are better, so I feel like I would rather be at work on a Friday versus a Monday. My Mondays are really busy, I feel like, typically.
Yeah.
So it would actually be easier for me to take a Friday off because then I don't have to reschedule so many things. You know what I mean? There's a lot less things on my calendar.
Adult.
Basically. This has been Jim, Matt, and Molly. Have a great Memorial Day weekend.
Go Brewers!
We're the sweetest, most Pollyanna team in the world.